Hi Cancer, thanks for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 1st to the 7th of March. It is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't note. If you don't know what your moon, rising or Venus sign is, if you check the description box below the video, all that information's in there for you. Also, please remember, these are general love readings. They won't resonate with everyone out there. And also please remember that time is fluid. So this could have already happened, could be happening now, it could be happening sometime in the future. Okay, so using a different deck this week, we are using the Druidcraft Tarot deck. Okay, very different feeling to the normal Angel Tarot. And the messages have been different too. And whoever's in the room with me giving me guidance, they're different too. So, big change. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we get for Cancer. So, what do we need to know for Cancer, please? Cancer in love. Cancer in love. Gosh, it's so hot in this room. Cancer in love, Cancer in love. They are different shaped cards as well. They're quite oblong in shape. So it's quite difficult for my little hands to try and shuffle them, but we'll get through it. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for Cancer? Cancer in love, very considered cards. Oh, eek. Feeling a little bit stuck though. 8 of Swords. Just bear with me. So feel bound to a situation. You can remove the blindfold and you can remove those restraints at any time. But you feel bound to a situation. You feel very, 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 very stuck. Okay, so I don't know why, but they're giving me obligation. Ooh, okay, that's quite a strong word, isn't it? Obligation. However that resonates. But whatever the situation is, you feel very stuck. It's very stuck energy. What else do we need to know for Cancer? Cancer in love, please. Cancer in love. Cancer in love. Cancer in love. Ooh, okay. Too many cards. What else do we need to know for Cancer in love? If they do want to represent those cards, they will. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So moving away, I feel, from being stuck. Whew, look at you go. Very strong energies. Very strong energies. You want to have stability, or you want to even give yourself stability, I feel. It's creating something that's very stable for your future, whether or not that's with someone or it's just an inner energy. But I feel that you want to move on to something that's very solid, away from this headache here. We've got the Queen of Wands here. Look how sassy she is. Look at that bonfire in the background, setting the world on fire. She's just sitting. She's quite maniacal, really, isn't she? Look at the look on her face. She's like, come near me, I'm going to whip you with my wand. Ooh. Like I said, very on fire, very knows what she wants. We've got this cat sitting underneath here, and the cat's like, ooh, daren't move. Its ears are down. Daren't make a move, just in case. Just in case she lets her wrath out. All this fire out. So very fiery moving forward, very determined to get away from this, whatever this is that's keeping you stuck. Could be just energy, or it could be a situation, it could be a person, however it resonates, but coming away from this very binding energy, this obligation. You want to move away from it. You almost want to, dare I say it, because that sounds awful, you want to set fire to it. You want it to go up in smoke. Whew. Not a person, by the way. Not thinking about setting fire to a person. That would be terrible. But almost like setting the world on fire with your passion and ambition to move away from this energy here towards something that's much more stable forward movement that has stable foundations that you can build upon. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? For Cancer in love. It's almost like reigniting the passion as well, reigniting that passion for life and creating something that's much more abundant, that has growth, that's not so stuck, that's forward moving, that has movement in it. But it does feel like an obligation for some reason. They keep saying obligation. Not too sure what that's in relation to. Perhaps you feel bound by something. It could be, I don't know, a job, a situation, a person, however it resonates. But within love, I would say you're bound, feel bound to a relationship, but you want to almost like reduce. Why would you give me that? Reduce it to ashes. Oh, that's very strong. Reduce it to ashes. Set it on fire. It's like a rebirth. I feel that they're trying to say, we're trying to almost like rebirth it, but with this fire energy here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So bound, stuck, heartache. Three of Swords here. Tremendous heartache. But you feel bound by it. You feel bound by this situation. It's like trying to work out how you can move forward, but just can't. Very, very, very stuck energy. Somebody's like, trying to move forward, but just can't. But look at the disproportion in energies here. Can't move, won't move. Can't move, won't move. Heartache. Can't move, won't move. Heartache. Ta-da! What's that all about? And suddenly she springs to life. The Queen of Cups and the Lord here. Look at those energies though. They're so disproportionate from where you are. The Lord has a plan, knows what he needs to do. Look at the determination on his face. And I feel it is to fly away from these energies here, this obligation. You feel bound by it, whatever this is. You feel bound by heartache or bound by stagnation. But you want a rebirth. It's almost like the rebirth of yourself and perhaps a situation. You've got a plan. Look at him, sits there, he goes, yeah, I'm determined. I'm going to make this work. I am going to have a beautiful situation that is steady, stable, has growth in it, that has a lot of prosperity. It's almost like coming towards, it is offering somebody this very stable situation. So I feel that moving away from these energies here just creates stability within yourself. And this plan you come up with, this, the Lord is the Emperor in the normal tarot, so perhaps you're getting your mojo back with this Queen of Wands, and it's kind of like, yeah, I've got a plan, let's move to a more prosperous situation. Let's move. Let's move. So you're not talking to yourself, you're talking to, I don't know why they'd give me that, but it's almost like you're having a conversation with someone else and saying, let's move to a better situation. Let's move our energies in a new direction. Let's bring prosperity into our relationship rather than desolation, which is where you're coming from here. So yeah, Seven of Pentacles, look at that. So do you see that as you do love each other, It is something that is seeds well planted. So these are something over time, or time has flowed between you, and you're of the mindset of resparking this love between both of you, of going back and almost rewinding that clock. What was I saying? Setting fire to it, reducing it to ashes, and building a new situation between both of you. It's not just one person, so it's almost reducing your relationship to ashes, burning it. And what do we do? And what do farmers do? Why would they give me that? Oh, perhaps it's the cards. I don't know. But you know when farmland, sometimes farmers, they burn the land, don't they? The crops, the stubble, whatever it is afterwards. So when they've cut the wheat down, you get those like little stubbles, don't you? And sometimes they burn it. And in turn burning that, and then they toil that, what is it called, toiling it back into the soil, makes it more fertile. So it's in effect, I feel that that's what you're doing. You're in effect dismantling it, you're burning it in order to make it more fertile. Wow, why would they give me that? Some of the messages that come out with these cards are just blow me away. Yeah, but it's almost like you're rejigging it. You're putting, you're making it more fertile, more prosperous. You're making a plan. It's a different plan. You're almost remodeling it, the whole situation, in order to gain prosperity, a more stable future. So it's almost like burning it, setting it alight, and retoiling that those embers back into the relationship. So I feel that it's kind of like a rewind for you. It's like shedding, almost like shedding for some reason, in order to gain prosperity, in order to gain this gorgeous situation here, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, look, to renew the love that you have between each other. It's almost like burning, pulling, dismantling the relationship down to the bare bones, and then rebuilding it in a very different way. Wow, I'm just blown away. That's gorgeous. I think the reason why they gave me the fields and the toiling of the soil that back into the earth is because it does make it more fertile. So whatever it's almost like you're picking it apart to make it more forward moving, to rejuvenate it. That's it, rejuvenate it. Got there. Wow, that was such a long explanation about you rejuvenating, but I think you needed to hear that. For some reason they made me go through the fields and the toiling, but I think it's to do with the cards though. Okay, so, and whoever is in the room with me, because it's someone different, it's someone very different. So we've got this, yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Cups. What was I saying about dismantling? So looking back towards happier times that you've had, and it's almost like rejuvenating, putting some vavavoom back into the situation from those times where it was simpler times. Because we've got this lady, she's looking out of these children here, and she's looking at how carefree they are. They don't care about money. They don't care about bills. They don't care about the future. They're in the here and now. They're enjoying themselves with whatever this is in these goblets, which it just looks like wheat. And they're just happily playing along with whatever they've got in these cups. They're carefree. It is you remodeling. Wow. Towards a simpler structure, I feel, that is more in tune with your vision for the future. It's more in tune with your with what you want to create. And in effect, doing that, dismantling it, brings about a whole new abundance for you guys. Just dismantling it and going back to a simpler time and enjoying being in the moment, here and fully present and in the moment, back to a simpler time. So it's working in a completely different way. So you're bringing that love into the here and now in a very stable way, and it creates a gorgeous stability within you. You're connecting, reconnecting in a whole different way, that's more in tune with your vision of the future and your relationship, and in effect gives you tremendous growth. It's a renewal of love between both of you. Beautiful. Yeah, Princess of Cups wanting to come in very friendly to re-spark this, even in conversation. So even if you are in a connection already and you want to burn it to the ground and try and remodel it to make it more fertile, make it more forward moving, make it more prosperous, you are reconnecting with this person. All these conversations about doing this are very you're in the mindset of talking to this person now and getting this into a better space for both of you that has more growth, that brings you together, that helps you reconnect and build stronger bonds between both of you. Prince of Wands and Princess of Cups, so coming in very fast with this truth, this idea. Very, very, very steadfast here and very determined though, with the Lord and the King, the Queen of Wands. So you've got your energy, you're in the right space now to have this conversation. But coming in and talking to this person in a very small way to get it to re-spark. And then declaring, this is what I want. Very loving, very loving, but very passionate about the future. Very friendly, coming towards or having this conversation with this person. The dialogue is friendly, it's upbeat, it's not dour, it's got a lot of popping energy in there. It shows the passion that you have for the future, and coupled with this Queen of Wands, you're coming in, having this tiny conversation, and all of a sudden there's a huge jump in energies, and saying, wow, okay, then this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do in order to create a more fruitful situation between both of us. And you reconnect on a whole different level. Beautiful. But I feel that in the first instance, okay, when you come away from this, remodel it and just talk to this person. So perhaps you're coming out of these energies here, which are quite desolate, and you're coming in with a tiny conversation. All of a sudden, your energies jump into this Queen of Wands and Lord mode, and that wheel turns for you. So it's very quietly, almost, very quietly approaching whoever, whatever situation, and speaking to them in a very giddy way, very upbeat way, very focused way, because you've got this Prince of Wands here. He's very focused. He wants to forge forward. It's a very loving conversation. There is nothing icky about it, because there's a lot of passion between that you have for this person, and I feel has for you too. So you want to, in effect, they keep saying refertilize the soil. That's so bizarre, isn't it? But it's the right time to do it. Spring's here. Everything is getting a bit like, whoa, let's get going. A beautiful time of year. But the wheel turns for you, and you shift this connection in a whole different direction and remodel it. Beautiful energy. I'm just going to see how the other person feels about you, so just bear with me. Okay, so how does the other person feel about Cancer in this situation? How does the other person feel? Oh, they want a rebirth as well. Look at that. Fire, fire, fire. From these conversations, I'm so giddy now. It's unreal. From this very passionate conversation, they get it as well. Look at that. Popping full of energy. They want a rebirth. They say you want to re-spark it. They want to recreate this relationship. And it's just through that tiny conversation, and it's almost like the way I'm feeling now. It's very poppy, it's very enthusiastic, it's very loving. It's just popping with energy. They want to re-spark it. It kind of like the energy overwhelms them in a good way. They're affected very profoundly by it. But this conversation that you're having is not falling on deaf ears. The other person wants to put the time and effort in, wants to reignite this, wants to release this, whatever it is, this negativity that is occurring between both of you. They want to release it. The end of a phasal situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on, to reignite it. This passion that you have for each other. Very, 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 both of you are very confident about the future. It's just beautiful. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? How does the other person feel about Cancer and this situation? Yeah, time to move in a new direction. Wow, the energy is so swift in here now. Can't keep up. Ace of Water. Look, away from desolation, because I feel that they've been in that energy too. A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful in your lives, spiritual and emotional growth, releasing the past. And look at that, from that conversation we get the 8 of Fire, which is beautiful. Events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. I'm so affected by this energy, it's unreal. I feel so giddy. Yeah, I just want it. Oh my god, seriously? Yeah, they want it like it was yesterday. Look at that, King of Fire. Just like you. You've got the Queen, King. There we go. Divine union, I feel. This is your other half. King of Fire. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. So both of you are on the same page. And both of you are matching each other's positive vibrational energy. Okay. Positive vibrational energy. So both of you are at the same point. So this conversation is not going to be on deaf ears anyway. Both of you got to that point of, yeah, let's go and rebirth. Let's go and birth something completely new. What a beautiful reading. And they also have, look, they're mirroring you. They also want a stable situation. They want to offer you stability. They want to offer you growth, passion, everything. Something that has longevity in it. They want to rebirth this. Wow. And look at this. Getting to know you again. Getting to know themselves on a more profound level, I feel. Especially with this 8 of Water. So getting to know you, Cancer, again, and getting to know themselves. I think you've just lost yourselves in perhaps just the everyday or whatever situation this has been. It's just losing connection with who you truly are as people and what your relationship means to you. And it's just re-sparking it. It's just beautiful. Yeah. So thinking they're in the mindset of, yeah, need to move away. Let's move this on to something that re-sparks the va-va-voom, the love that we have for each other. A more simple, I feel it's a more simpler way of life. You're almost stripping it away, both of you. Time to rest or take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision. So deciding, I feel that they've been in this, just like you have as well, trying to decide what to do for the future. And perhaps they haven't told you. But they've been sitting in this energy too. But now time to move on because you've sparked their love of life again. You're the one with the ideas, and they are catching up. They're meeting your positive vibrational level in the vision that you both have for the future. You're both, like I said, both singing from the same hymn sheet. What a beautiful reading. Wow. Gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to look at your romance angels and angel answers. So I'll just click off a moment. Okay, so let's have a look. What do we have for Cancer? Cancer in relation to this reading, please. Oh, okay. So we've got a huge yes, and we've got trust. What else do we have for? Oh, no. Starting to spit the cards out everywhere there. Okay, so what else do we have for Cancer? Cancer in love. Cancer in love. Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to take those. If you want to represent them in a moment, you can. Telling them off now. Big happy changes, you're telling me. The euphoria I get through this transition from desolation into it's almost like the phoenix from the flames. It's reducing everything to ashes and a rebirth. It's just beautiful, and there's so much love and just light in that energy. It's infectious. So I feel that's why the other person's kind of like on the same wavelength as you. You're popping with energy. We've got a no here for some reason. We've also got not the right time. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? For Cancer, Cancer in love, please. Cancer in love. Okay, the situation will improve. Let me just move those cards. What else do we need to know? Oh, there's another no there for some reason. And what else do we need to know for Cancer? Cancer in love. Cancer in love. Don't stop. Okay, so I don't think they could stop you even if you if they wanted to. You're on fire, lady, on fire. Regardless of gender, you're on fire. You're on the right track. Okay. I do know how to drive, by the way. Sometimes I just can't manoeuvre the camera in the right direction, but I'm okay driving a car. Okay, so let's have a look. I don't know why I needed to say that. It's so bizarre. What else do we need to know? Highest messages for Cancer, please. Cancer, in relation to this reading, please. Cancer in love, in relation to this reading. We've got here, it could very well be, and that's why you're remodeling it. You feel that finances and career financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Perhaps that's why you're stripping everything back and rebirthing it in a very simpler way. So perhaps that is the reasoning behind it, to gain this gorgeous, stable, offering this more stable situation towards each other. Because both of you are of that mindset. Trust, you deserve love, you are lovable. Of course you are. Both of you are. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for Cancer? Cancer in love. What do they need to know? Cancer in love. Cancer in love. Big happy changes. We've got pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, but I feel that that's you remodeling everything anyway. So anything that you did do in the beginning, like clinging on or being bound to a situation or feeling obligated to continue in the way that you have been, if that does arise, you're going to have to notice it and work through it, recognize it, speak it into existence, recognize it within yourself and say, right, okay, that's going to stop. I don't want to feel bound by a situation or obligated to a situation, if that is to do with finances and career. And it's almost like the choice between, I don't know, something that's really expensive or something that's really, or just keeping that coin for a rainy day. It's almost like the choice between that. Do I buy that? Do I really need it? No. I'll reinvest that money, or I'll keep that money for a rainy day. It's gorgeous. We've got here no. What you thought wasn't possible actually is, and I feel that's a renewal of this commitment between both of you. This situation involves marriage. We've got here not the right time to separate, so perhaps the rebirth, the phoenix from the flames, the reason why it's got to a stage where you've both thought, we need to separate, we need to both go our own ways. But right at the last minute, it's kind of like, no, we can get through this. We can remodel it. We can almost downsize things. We can strip away at all the extras. And what we have is what's here in our present moment, which is a huge amount of love and passion for life and passion for the future. And it almost like you're remodeling the whole situation to a more simpler platform to launch from. Wow, that is beautiful. Okay, I don't know why I came out with all that there. Okay, so the situation will improve. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Do you know what? Which is the most funniest thing? Through these readings, I can't remember what I've just said. I have to look back. It's almost like I'm in a trance. And when I look back at the readings, I'm like, how the hell? And it's because I'm channeling. So we've got children. Your love life is being affected by children, but it's not being affected by children. It's not being affected by children. You're thinking as a couple, not about the children. It's almost like I feel the children are safe for some reason. It won't affect the children. So don't stop. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. It's just beautiful. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. It's just remodeling it. Life gets in the way sometimes. And we lose sight of what's really important. And what's really important is the love that you have for the other person. And what you share, what makes your heart happy. Simpler things. Look at those children with those cups of seeds. They're not thinking about how much money they've got in the bank. They're not worried about bills, etc. They're just happily playing away with seeds. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And what else? What else do we need to know? So for any belief systems they've instilled in you, or any pokey ideas that they've given you about, the future and love, etc., you're just forgiving them, because they are your parents after all. They do things through the love, through a huge amount of love and nurture. Well, they should do anyway. It's just forgiving them. It's their ideas of how you should live your life, and for the future. They're just concerned. They are your parents after all. So you need to forgive them if they are overly concerned about you, or they've given you kind of like duff information in the past, I would say. So we've got codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Could be, look, it's coming from a place of obligation, because I think that the layers have just been, there's a huge amount that needs to be burnt, almost like burnt away, in order to get to your core self. So it's kind of like you've enveloped yourself in lots of things, and you've lost sight of what's truly real. It's hard to explain. They're giving me all kinds of stuff now. So codependency, it could be anything that you find that's cyclic, I was going to say. So forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments and express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. What a beautiful reading. Sorry, I got stuck there. Giving me all kinds of stuff tonight. Luck is on your side. So we're just going to close it off with some Moonology cards. It's normal. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? We've got here, a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, what else do we need to know? Yep. Have faith in your dreams. Woo. Bring love into this situation. Beautiful. You're very close to achieving your goal. And I think that that's both of you singing off the same hymn sheet. Nothing is yet set in stone. You can remodel it. Your commitment is being tested. We've also got the end of a tough cycle approaches. Be bold and make the first move, and a time to release negativity. If it did resonate with you, Cancer, please like, share, subscribe. Please feel free to comment. There's also a free advisory service if anybody wants to pop along to that. It's in the description box. I'm on Facebook as well. And if you were interested in personal readings, all price lists, etc., are in the description box. And I love you loads. Take care.